Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website addressed below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see. For your key to the week this week, you have the Star card. And the Star card is often about your future, and it sees you being very, very focused on that. This week, though, I will say this, you could probably be having some sort of vision. This card came up for a couple of signs. In fact, it came up for your direct opposite in the zodiac, Virgo. And this sees them very, very, almost like, actually this week, Virgo are acting a bit like Pisces, but they're more grounded with it. Right, so this Star card as well kind of says that this week you're going to see that light at the end of the tunnel. If you've been having a bit of a bleak moment, if you've been having a bit of a heavy or an intense experience, this week you get to see that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that things aren't necessarily as bad as they have seemed, or as troubled, or as as kind of tumultuous as they've kind of been of late. This is where you're going to get to, it's almost like you're just getting a glimpse of, you know what, okay, it's a bit shitty right now, but I know that it's going to be much better going forward. Be open to that and don't dismiss it as soon as it comes up. You could be having this as a vision, maybe as a dream. This is a week where you are really connecting with your people as well, possibly online, maybe over the airways, maybe if it's a socially distanced, small enough group, in person. But there's definitely something this week that kind of lets you know that you're supported, and that no matter what the experiences you've had up until now, that is going to change, it's going to evolve. That's really, really exciting. So let's have a look, see at what's coming up for you in your sectors, for your actions and your options. This week you have the Four of Pentacles. I really like this for you guys because it kind of suggests to me that this week you are digging in. This week you're kind of sticking your feet in the ground and saying, no, you know what? I'm not budging from this point. I'm not budging from this moment. Now, usually Pisces and Aquarius probably, and even Libra as well. Usually those three signs tend to be a bit more like, okay, you know what, how can I compromise? How can I, how can I not change my point of view, but how can I soften my point of view? Whereas this week, you're kind of like saying, no, you know what, I'm not backing down. I said what I said, I believe what I believe. This is the point that I'm coming from. This is the stance that I'm taking, and I'm sticking with it. This is very likely to be a week as well where you maybe start a savings account. Maybe this is where you make some sort of declaration or dedication towards some sort of financial goal that is, based on something that you want to do or have in the future. Definitely a possibility because it's the Star card there as well, right? So this week it will see you very focused on your future financial monetary goals, but also it will see you when it comes to your work, when it comes to your profession, when it comes to life in general. This will see you really sticking your feet in to say, no, you know what, this is that line, right? This is that immovable place where I am not going anywhere. From here on in, you're going to have to budge. If you don't like what I say, then you know what, there's the door, or the proverbial door. For your communications and conversations, you have the Three of Cups. This is beautiful. Lots of great energy this week, lots of good vibes, happy moments. Remember, on the 5th of June, there is a full moon lunar eclipse, right? So another thing for you to look out for. That's a great time for you to do any sort of energy work. Right now it is an eclipse, so it's going to bring big changes regardless, so something for you to be aware of. But when it comes to your communications and conversations, you could be having a lot of laughs this week, a lot of really great moments with friends. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be in person. This could be over the airways, but it does look like you are really bold, very outspoken, maybe not as timid as you usually are. Maybe you're going to be the one. I mean, Pisces tends to have a good sense of humor anyway. you know, but this week you could be the one that's cracking all of the really inappropriate jokes at all of the wrong moments, and kind of, you know, hashtag sorry not sorry about it either. You know, you could just be like really in that space of, well, you know what, it is what it is. Like I said what I said. You know, I can see you really being like that. Now the beauty of this is, well, when it comes to work, when it comes to bosses, when it comes to that energy, this is a week where you could get away with being cheeky. Like if you've got something to say that's like a little bit of a dig, if you say it in the right way with the right tone, you'll probably get away with it because you've got that sort of bold, dynamic, cheeky energy, right? But you've also got the staying power to back up your thoughts or your ideas, you know, things that you kind of put forward. It's like, well, you know, I'm not backing down from that. I said what I said, so, you know, what are you going to do about it? Let's have a look at your money and materials. So you got the 9 of Wands, not an easy card. The thing that you probably need to look at this week, right, if this comes up, because like I said, it does look like a lot of you are starting some sort of financial goal this week. I'm going to be really honest with you, because you've got the 9 of Wands, it may not happen this week. Don't let that discourage you. Don't let it discourage you at all. Just know, right, okay, so you know what, I want to do this and I intend to do it. Maybe the finance isn't there, or maybe, you know, you put it in there and you set up the account and you end up having to take half of it out again. That's fine, as long as you make the step forward. Just have and hold that intention that you know, at a later date you intend to keep this as a practice or something that you do. Money looks like it might be taking a bit of a hit this week, which is fine. Just make sure that you hold your future vision or your future focus. This is something that you really need to think about this week, all right? This is not a week to get disheartened and discouraged. If anything, it's a week to dig in and, you know, redouble your efforts. And then finally, for your love and relations, very nice. So I've said this for a while now. It looks like there is some sort of, and who is it? I think it's Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces seem to have these new sort of exotic type people on their way in, which is really exciting. For those of you that are single, whoever this person is, they're very likely to be very well traveled, somebody that is very different to you, maybe somebody that is foreign in some respect or has a really different outlook to you. This card tends to bring people and situations that are quite affluent. So somebody that has their own money, their own skills, their own job, maybe even their own business, which is really, really nice. It falls right underneath the 3 of Cups. So I'm seeing some sort of, I just want to say like a handsome or a beautiful stranger showing up for you. This is somebody that comes kind of just at the right time, actually, which is really nice. For those of you that are partnered, you and your partner could be looking at how you can increase your finances, how you can manage your finances better. Oh, sorry. It could see you really, that's one of my meditation alarms. Yeah, you know, practice what I preach. So yeah, it looks like you and your partner are actually finding ways to balance this and kind of say to yourselves, right, okay, how can we improve our financial outlook or our financial health? And it is something that you're doing together. It's not something that you're kind of just, you know, only you are doing and you're doing all the heavy lifting. It's something that's like a collaborative effort. So I like this. I mean, this whole week does look like it's got some really great moments in it. It looks like there's going to be a lot of laughter. It looks like you're really changing your outlook or the way that you show up for yourself, which is really great. It looks like a very strong and actually even a very confident week in a lot of ways. And like I said, just because you've got this here, no matter what happens when it comes to the finances, don't let it discourage you. Just redouble your efforts and say, right, okay, that's cool. I'll do something better, you know, not even better, but I'm not giving up. You know, let that be kind of your mantra, like I will find a way. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care and I'll see you soon.